Football has its gods, it has its heroes, but the question of who is the greatest of all time, the true GOAT, always comes down to a few names. For decades, one man sat on that throne almost undisputed. His name was Pele. He was the king. Then, a small Argentine boy came along and, honestly, he rewrote the book on what was possible with a football at his feet. His name is Lionel Messi. The debate that has raged ever since is the fiercest in all of sport. It is a clash of eras, a battle of legacies, and a fundamental question about greatness itself. Is it the Brazilian king who first made the number 10 shirt sacred, or is it the Argentine messiah who took the game to a new level? This isn't just about goals or trophies, it's about something more. It's about how they made us feel. It's about the moments of pure genius that are burned into our collective memory. Both men carried the hopes of their nations on their shoulders. Both delivered magic when it mattered most. Pele was a global icon before football was truly a global game. He turned the World Cup into his personal stage. Messi, on the other hand, has dominated the modern era of club football with a consistency that is frankly absurd. He has done things week in, week out, that most players wouldn't even dream of. The arguments for both are powerful. You can drown in the statistics. Pele was football's first global superstar. His story is the stuff of legend. He was born Edson Arantes do Nascimento in a small poor town in Brazil. He learned the game on the streets, playing with a grapefruit, playing with a ball made of stuffed socks because his family couldn't afford a real one. But his talent was undeniable. It was raw, powerful. Honestly, just breathtaking. By the age of 15, he was already playing professionally for Santos. By 16, he was playing for the Brazilian national team. The world was about to meet its king, a boy who would change football forever. His explosion onto the world stage came at the 1958 World Cup. He was just 17 years old. No one knew who this kid was. But by the end of the tournament, everyone did. He scored a hat-trick in the semi-final. 2 incredible goals in the final against Sweden. He announced his arrival with the confidence and flair of a veteran, not a teenager. He made the world fall in love with Brazilian football. This was just the beginning. He would go on to win 2 more World Cups with Brazil, 1962, 1970. For his club Santos, Pele was a goal-scoring machine. The numbers are staggering, though often debated. He claims to have scored over 1,000 goals in his career. While the official tally is lower, his record is still phenomenal. He led Santos during their golden era, winning countless titles including the Copa Libertadores twice. Lionel Messi's story is equally remarkable, but for different reasons. He was a small boy from Rosario, Argentina, with a magical left foot. He was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency. His family couldn't afford the expensive treatment. Many clubs in Argentina overlooked him, but one club across the Atlantic in Spain saw the genius. FC Barcelona saw the giant hidden inside the small boy. Barcelona offered to pay for his medical treatment if he moved to Spain and joined La Masia. It was a life-changing moment. Messi left his home and his country behind at just 13 years old. He was quiet and shy, but on the pitch he did all the talking. He flew through the youth ranks at a dizzying speed. It was clear he was not just a special talent, he was a phenomenon. The little flea, or La Pulga, was on his way to becoming a giant of the game. His time at Barcelona is one of the greatest eras of dominance by one player at one club. He became their all-time leading goal scorer. He won everything there is to win: 10 La Liga titles, 4 Champions League trophies, record 8 Ballon d'Or awards. For over a decade, he performed with a level of consistency that is almost inhuman. He didn't just score goals, he scored impossible goals, weaving through entire teams as if they weren't there. For a long time, the one thing missing was a major trophy with his country. In 2021, he finally led Argentina to victory in the Copa America. In 2022, he won the World Cup in Qatar. The boy who was once too small had conquered the world. Comparing the playing styles of Pele and Messi is like comparing a sledgehammer to a scalpel. Both are incredibly effective, but they achieve their results in very different ways. Pele was a physical force of nature. He was powerful, athletic, and explosive. He could out-jump defenders, out-muscle them, and beat them with raw pace. He was famously two-footed, which made him completely unpredictable. He could score with thunderous shots from distance or with delicate chips over the goalkeeper. Messi, on the other hand, is a master of precision and control. His game is built on a low center of gravity, perfect balance, and a left foot that seems to be guided by a magnet. The ball is never more than an inch away from his control, even when he's running at full speed. He doesn't beat defenders with pace alone, he beats them with intelligence, with feints, and with sudden changes of direction that leave them frozen. His signature move is the Messi dribble, slaloming past player after player before calmly slotting the ball into the net. He is a genius playmaker as much as a goal scorer, with an uncanny ability to see passes that no one else can. When we look at the numbers, the debate gets even more intense. Pele's goal tally is immense, with Guinness World Records recognizing him for 1,279 goals in 1,363 games including friendlies. His official count in competitive games is closer to 767, which is still astronomical. His greatest statistic, however, remains the 3 World Cups. It's the ultimate trump card in any argument. For Messi, the numbers are just as mind-boggling. He has scored over 800 official goals for club and country. He holds the record for the most goals in a calendar year, with an unbelievable 91 goals in 2012. He has won more league titles and more individual awards. Their iconic moments define their legacies. For Pele, it is the 1970 World Cup final. The image of him being carried on his teammates' shoulders, a king in his prime, is unforgettable. And of course, lifting the World Cup in 2022, finally achieving his destiny, is the defining image of his career. The debate will surely rage on for as long as football is played. There is no right answer. We should simply feel incredibly lucky to have witnessed them both.